There's 3 simple steps that you can take to hold yourself accountable to creating the best year ever, okay? We all have things that we really want, and I'm like you, I had things that I wanted, but I was plagued with overwhelm and couldn't quite get started. I was procrastinating because I just didn't have a map to get started. Hi, my name is Camille Stone, and I am a power coach with Written in Stone. And I want to show you today just some quick, easy steps that you can start designing a map for creating your best year ever, okay? So when I went through the process of creating my best year ever, I did a little trick where I looked 12 months into the future and looked back on the best year ever, and I described it. So some of the things that I described in my best year ever was I wanted to earn over $1 million. I wanted to be alive and joyful most of the time. I wanted to pay off my house, and I wanted to serve more and give more. So what I had to do was figure out like, okay, well, this is going to require some action steps, but I have no idea where to start. So I then began to write down skills that I was going to need, like my power skills I was going to need in order to create that best year ever. So the first step in mapping out how you're going to create your best year ever and hold yourself accountable is in column 1, and it says the power skills needed for the best year ever. So some of those things for me were more connections with those serving at a higher level, getting even more uncomfortable, jumping knowing I will fail but doing it anyway, saying no to the things that do not support my dreams. So what I did is I wrote all of those things down in column 1, and you'll see that on the sheet that I provided for you. And then in column 2, I had to write down the steps that I had to take and the date I was going to start doing that. Okay, for time's sake, I will shorten it as best I can just so you can get the gist of it and begin to create your own. But one of the steps that I had to take was I had to start going to networking events and connecting with people that were actually doing the kind of things that I wanted to do. And it didn't necessarily mean life coaching. It simply meant people that were out there going and getting it and hungry and connecting with clients and just serving at the highest level, okay? And so I ended up with a multitude of dates of networking events that I could attend so that I could start connecting with those people that were serving at the highest level, make them my friends, my mentors, or whatever, so that I could begin to build a network of people that looked like me, talked like me. And sometimes that's very difficult because when we're learning and growing and wanting to do new things, the people that we're generally around, they suddenly don't get us anymore. And so we've got to create a community of people around us that understand us and get us and kind of want that same thing. And so when you go through column 1 and you write down the power skills you're going to need to create whatever year it is that you're wanting, we all want something. What is it you're wanting? Describe that powerful year and decide what power skills you're going to need in order to make that year happen. And then in column 2, I want you to write down the first steps you're going to have to take, and then I want you to put a date beside it so that as you do those things, you can mark it off because you are ultimately on the path to creating that best year ever. Okay, the very last thing down at the bottom, I want you to create a power proclamation. So what is a power proclamation? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to tell you. So I know for me, I love things that get me going. I love sayings, I love music, I like phrases. I've got my house is decorated with cool quotes and sayings and things like that that keep me motivated and empowered. Like no matter what room you walk into my house, there's something there that will make you feel more alive and will touch your spirit in some way, right? Like for instance, even the coffee mug that I'm drinking out of right now, too blessed to be stressed. And I love this, and you can probably see my lip print on it because I'm always wearing lipstick. So we're going to create a power proclamation, something that gets you up on the inside and keeps you going. And so I have a whole list of power proclamations. They've changed from time to time. But one of the ones that has really been sticking with me lately is girl, get up. Girl, get up. Because a lot of times where we fall down is on the inside. And so I tell myself, girl, get up. Girl, get up. And I'll tell you kind of where I got that from. Sarah Jakes Roberts does a 1-hour-long seminar where she talks about girl, get up. And that stuck with me so much. I probably watched that seminar maybe 20 times, maybe even more, I don't know. I got pretty stuck on it there for a while, but it really spoke to my spirit. And so that became one of my power proclamations. And another one that I have often used, like, whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Like, I am not going to let that suck the life out of me. I'm not going to let it knock me down and beat me to death. If it didn't kill me, it's only going to make me stronger. So that's just a couple that I had. You can create your own. This is a very quick video, a very shortened version of how to create the power competency needed in order to begin to shape a map for how you're going to have that best year ever. Okay? I hope that this was helpful to you. If you would like to have more tips and resources and detailed instruction from me, go to my website at camillestone.org, and I would love to see you there. I would love to connect with you, and yeah, it would be awesome. Okay, I will see you soon.